team.
Alrighty, everyone. Hello, and how are you doing? We are here playing some Donghuang as support. Super meta stuff. The pros do ban this. They've been banning this for a long time, since global launch of Season 6. If you really want to climb the ranks, the moral of the story here is pick up some Donghuang. Play it in the top lane, especially play it in the support lane. You're going to win games if you play perfectly. Mind you, you do have to play competently. They do not like incompetencies. You will be punished. So be careful about that. But if you know what you're doing, you are going to win. So you can trust that. Anyways, we have a Luban as our assistance in the lane. That is my damage dealer. So we will be playing utility support for her, as well as our Gerudo, our main mid lane AP damage dealer. But we also have Kong, Ming in the jungle, playing some AP there. Those stacks on that jungle item, I'll briefly show you right now. It gets really nasty. He gets 25 stacks. That AP damage is crazy. Crazy stuff. You'll see if you play jungle, they have huge incentivization here in HoK to play the jungle, because this is the only game where they give you a stack mechanic for the jungler. And that is the way they do it. So if you like playing jungle and you play any of the games I play, come play jungle here. I'm telling you, it gets really OP when you get those stacks. And they got 3 different choices. You got AP, you got AD, or you got tankiness. So some really good stuff. Really nice play there. Just come in, fuck up their shit. You know what I'm saying? Looking good. So here's the runes as usual. Fate, Harmony, Void. Those are the 3 you need to be the meta tank. So if you want to be a tank on whatever you're playing, top lane, jungle, support, typically that's the meta. You want those 3 runes. Do not pick anything else. I'm telling you, that is the recipe for success. You will be set up for success. As we see a play here, just covering her, seeing if I need to zone, throw my balls out in case someone intercedes or rebutes the play. I do not want that to happen, so we're just kind of eyeing it out, seeing if I need to do anything. I was pretty confident that she had that, so I didn't need to worry. Here's an instance where I'm like, no, I don't want her to die. So we just block that, ult him under tower. He takes half the damage received. So pretty powerful stuff on that ultimate skill, that 3rd skill. And the Gerudo was even nice enough to say, oh, thank you for saving me. And I was like, no problem. I do my job. I try to help people out. Utility wins games is the moral there. And people will love you for that. I feel like a Jesus or something, you know? Anyways, so got some good play here, just trying to help the mid lane as well as the Luban. Luban is playing it smart, going into the back there to grab that jungle piece right there, as you can see as I pan to it. It's real important you roam. That's why they're calling it roaming. You need to go around the map. Now, if you have trouble doing that for whatever reason, you can pick up a Boots of Deafness. I'll put that in the description here in front of your face. And then the other thing you can do is also bring a teleport. So I'll get that also posted for you, and you'll see that right here. Get some zone there, force them to move away. He reacts. Kongming tries to do some poke. That's all we get there. And you don't want to be too greedy about your micros. And be careful if you use all your skills in full aggro, because that puts you at risk for kill potential. The enemy team might clap you thinking you're down on too many skills, and they'll go full aggro with their skills up, and you'll be in big trouble. Really good play there. Just come in there, see if she's caught out. Land my ult. Absurd CC lock, crowd control lock. You're basically stuck there for a few seconds and you can't do anything. And if your team tries to help you by damaging me, you're going to take half the damage that they do to me. It gets disgusting. Donghuang is definitely broken. He's reflected on that in the tier list, and I'll be trying to update the tier list shortly. So I'll be sure to include a newer tier list when I can. Till then, the list is pretty good. They haven't added too many things, and not too many things have changed. Either way, you can be sure Lee Sin will be going up. Some of those new champions will be added. I'll be sure to do my due diligence in providing an optimum tier list for you. Really good zone right there on the Gerudo. I see them coming in. I do not want this jungle to dive. I tried to ult it. Unfortunately, it's a lot of damage. I barely get out. Again, having those 3 balls in that heal, it gets really nice. If you get to the max level on that first skill, it's like 450 in terms of heal per tap, and it's at a 2-second cooldown or something like that when it's maxed out. Gets real nasty. It's a lot of life to be gaining back every second. Anyways, we pick up that first item there, the Shield of Redemption. I'll put that in the video for you here, and you can go over that. Just gives you a lot of utility and shield for multiple targets for your team. Gives you some outplay there. A little bit of mind game because they don't know when you're going to do it or not. So pretty easy stuff there. Pick up those Boots of Tenacity. I'll show you right here. Really helps with that CC reduction. So you don't want to be crowd controlled, or you're feeling like they got a lot of crowd control on their side, or you're getting clapped a lot. Just pick up a Boots of Tenacity there. Or Boots of Resistance, excuse me. Nice, we see a play happening here. We try to stay grouped up in a phalanx, just surrounding each other, but not so grouped up that we're at risk to all their AoE, their area of effect skills. You don't want them to hit multiples of us, and then they dish out too much damage in micro, and then that tilts the tide in their favor, and now they got easy cleanup. Their jungler might come in, or whoever, and just absolutely destroy us. So just be careful of those dives when you get really low. Any diver can come in and really mess you up. Musashi's a really good one for that. Lubu has a lot of skill in dive. That ultimate is very powerful. He's been buffed since he came out. Unfortunately, he wasn't performing the way they wanted him to. He wasn't as good of a duelist, and HoK gave him some love and have buffed him since then. So he's very viable in the top lane.
Your turret has been destroyed.
As you can see, his build here and his runes, if you're into that, Red Moon Inheritance with flat AD, which is really good stuff. You'll see that a lot since MOBAs have began. You got that stealth there. Got a little bit of the Hunt and the Void, so really good stuff there. You can try that build if you like to. See my Gerudo getting dived again by this jungle. I'm like, no, stop that. Leave her alone. I needed her to be able to get that zone and dish out that damage without being interrupted. So same thing with the Angela or just any mid lane, someone who has powerful zone. You really got to keep your backline safe, your ADC, your mid lane.
Enemy rampage.
Going over here to pick up that gold coins. For some reason it's not showing on the map, but you will see on your mini map gold coins if you are the roamer. And I would go pick those up because that adds gold to your economy, to your specific champion. I see a play happening here, so we're just going to pan over to there since I'm not there right now. Really good play on that Kong Ming there. Got a double kill, easy. You get ult resets if you play him. So really good stuff. You can just keep killing them. Easy penta potential. So good stuff if you're into jungle AP. Try to pick him up. Again, they give you a lot of skins here. I have a skin for almost every single champion. Now, I've been playing for years, since global launch. But the reality is, if you're playing a lot, you're going to get a lot of skins. It's pretty nice of the HoK development team that I have almost one skin for every single person. And then some of them I have multiple skins. And they were all free. I've not spent a single dime on this game. It's not to say I don't like them. I don't have the money for microtransactions. I prioritize my kid and myself, but you know, it goes without saying. When I get more money, I'll probably support them. Alright, because at the end of the day, it's a really good game, and it's really fun, and you're going to have a lot of joy if you have competency. So just stick to those rules, analyze, evolve, and win. Stay motivated, stay juiced up, getting a little low on mana here, so we're out of mana for short. So we just back.
Your turret has been destroyed.
Garuda's got a play here. Unfortunately, she gets clapped, but that's okay. She got a turret, so it was well worth it. Sometimes it's okay to die. Why? Because if you get some lane pressure and the map state is in your favor, then those games are going to tilt in your favor. This game is all about balance. Balancing the map in your favor, balancing the counter build or your tier 3s in your favor, balancing those objectives. You got to pick and choose what things you want to prioritize as a team and as an individual player.
Enemy godlike.
So it goes back to rule
Been slain.
number 3. Try to get those objectives. Try to get those towers. Again, even if you die, you can still get an S, a double S, a triple S. Again, you'll see in a previous video, I got a triple S on a Lee Sin. I died one time. I had no kills, no assists. And I still got a triple S.
Enemy killing spree.
So just try your best. Best to me, effects. So I see a play happening here. Just trying to stop that. Activate my Shield of Redemption in case he was to turn around. They didn't want to. Either way, the contingency was that he would be safe. Try to aggress that some more. Try to take this aggro here. Switch positions with him. He has a great dodge right there. To make sure he has to focus me unless they specifically clicked his picture. We'll be going over that with the settings video so you can see which one I'm talking about. So be sure to check out my settings video so you have the best settings to win the game. You'd be surprised how much settings do for you. They make it so much easier. So there's less freaking out moments or less tapping. Everything just runs a lot smoother. So tips of the trade. We get that blazing cape there. I'll put that in front of you now. Also got that Mask of Agony there. I'll put that in front of you now.
Enemy legendary. You have slain an enemy. Enemy double kill. Enemy double kill.
A Spartan is a symbol. Hope where there is none.
Nice double kill there on the Kong Ming. Really good stuff. Again, that is very powerful stuff in the jungle. I do have it pretty high on the tier list. So again, refer to that anytime if you need help figuring out a better champion. Part of grinding
Rampage.
the elo, the rank, is picking the right champion, rule number 5. And then the other component to that is making sure that it's viable in synergy for the composition, making sure that your picks complement one another, for short. So triple S on that Kong Ming, amazing stuff. Look at that with a 24-1.
Checkmate.
And I got a 21-0. Again, some of our players on our team died, but that's not the end of the world because they were getting objectives, they were securing kills, and they had a whole bunch of assists. So as per usual, the builds, we'll look at that real quick briefly. Everything on our side looks good, so if you want to try those out for any of these said champions, go ahead and give it a whirl. It might work out for you. Definitely meta builds. So looking at the enemy side briefly, everything's looking fine. Right, yeah, everything's looking good, for sure. And those 2 Long Night Guardians to counter the Garuda, and me, and the Kong Ming, right? You could tell they was competent enough to counter build. You gotta be thinking that, again, when you're building. Sometimes you must adapt in your game in order to combat what kit they have or what items they're building in order to tilt the tide in your favor in terms of just build components, your tier 3s. So really good stuff there. Let's move into the next metrics. Sometimes I will go over that in great detail, so make sure to watch all my videos. This is comprehensive learning for short. So looking at these stats here, Really good team fight participation on both sides here. For sure. Their mid lane is a little bit worrisome with a 14%, but maybe she was doing things. I can't say she wasn't or wasn't, or was or wasn't, correction. Either way, pretty good damage there. You can see that enemy jungle, the Athena, 28%. Really good stuff. 37%. Really powerful statistic there to showcase the power of the Kong Ming and the mind behind it. So huge value at a 154k damage. You can see I picked up a 24%, and so did Liu Bu with the damage taken. So we was really doing our job, eating that damage, tanking for the team, try to peel them in from the enemy team phalanx, things like that. So that about covers the metrics portion here. Let's go check the match in terms of objectives. You can see we had 7 turrets here, 1 Tyrant, 2 Overlords. They only had 2 turrets, 1 Tyrant. The match definitely leaned in our favor. You can see this chart here. It was definitely very one-sided. Sometimes you will have games like that, and sometimes it's going to be very tooth or nail based on composition and evolving conditions, that it's just super sweaty and it's leaning both sides, and it's just whoever makes those critical plays is going to come out with the win, whether it's individuals or synergy between the team, things like that. Anyways, that's it for this video here. Remember, analyze, evolve, win. Refer to the description or the video for the tier list, the rules, and the 3 steps for success in any and all games. With that being said, I'll catch you guys in the next video. Hopefully you enjoyed those. Enjoyed this, correction. And until then, bye.